a 5-step process on how to kill a civilization. And it all starts with step 1, mission, to make conquest sound less like pillaging and more like a favor. This was the mission of choice for the Portuguese and the Spanish. In reality, they were massacring indigenous populations, and the Portuguese would even pioneer what would come to be known as the Atlantic slave trade. The French and the British had a different mission.
A mission to civilize the world.
Il y a pour les races supérieures un droit, parce qu'il y a un devoir pour elles.
The Belgians claimed a humanitarian mission, the Dutch a merchant mission, the Zionists a return mission. Whatever they might have called it, the real mission was power and resources. Now that you've landed ashore, it's time to guarantee the desired outcome. The first obvious choice is organized violence. They all went for this in some capacity. Famine was orchestrated by the British in Ireland and India, by the Germans in Namibia. Settlers in the Americas would give blankets and handkerchiefs infected with smallpox or other diseases to indigenous tribes. Other insidious options include displacement, settlements, and slavery. Let's not forget that within each of these colonies was a resource to be plundered. Sugar in Haiti, Jamaica, the Philippines, and Brazil, cotton in Egypt and the American South, spices in Indonesia, palm oil in Nigeria, silver in Peru, and the biggest resource to be extracted of all, labor. To get the labor that you need to get the resources, you need a system. System here is just a nicer way of saying forced labor. The Spanish had the encomienda system. In the Congo Free State, there was the domainal system. The Dutch had the cultivation system. And of course, there's the explicit use of slavery, where tens of millions of people from Africa were kidnapped and taken all over the Americas to work on plantations and extract resources. Except this isn't going to work forever. Eventually, people are going to resist. So now you need friction. This will prevent people from coming together to overthrow you. This part of the playbook goes way back, often known as divide and conquer. The British did it in India, Nigeria, and then in Palestine by favoring Zionist immigration. The Belgians in Rwanda classified people into rigid Hutu and Tutsi identities and empowered Tutsis disproportionately, a system that laid the groundwork for future genocide. Then there's the more large-scale execution, like at the Berlin Conference of 1884, where Europeans came together to split the whole of Africa between themselves. Or a few decades later, the Sykes-Picot Agreement, where the British and French carved up the Middle East.
I should like to draw a line from the Ian Acre to the last Cain Kirkuk.
Once you've split territories between yourselves and split up the people within those territories, it's time for